When did you learn to start calling the refusal to let him go patience? You are currently performing a version of faithfulness that is actually just an unfinished mourning. You are holding on to a memory of who he was 3, 4, 10 years ago, and you're treating it like the current reality. Every time that he's cold and every time that he's absent, you get to reach back into these like archives to find a version of him that justifies staying. And you kind of read your own refusal to leave as a relational virtue. You've probably decided that being the one who never gives up is a sign of your character rather than a sign of your inability to face the truth. But he is not the man in your memory. He is the man who is currently standing in front of you, and he's not asking for your patience. What's running here is the payoff of avoiding a grief. As long as you call it patience, then the story gets to keep going. And the moment that you call it a loss, then the story's over. You tell yourself that you're being loyal, but what you're actually using is this performance of loyalty to protect yourself from the devastation of being wrong. And you've rebranded your refusal to let go as like a noble endurance, because sitting in the silence of a finished relationship feels more dangerous than fighting for his ghost. You're not waiting for him to change. You're waiting for the pain of leaving to become smaller than the pain of staying. What you're seeing here is that patience is an investment in a visible process of growth. Holding on to a finished version of someone is just a slow motion funeral that you're kind of refusing to attend. You aren't being faithful to a partner, you're being faithful to a corpse. Either way, you're in the room alone. Stop asking if he has the potential to return and start asking who you are being patient with, him or the version of him that's already gone. The next time that you find yourself defending him to yourself, notice that you're using past tense evidence to solve a present tense problem. That's good information. You have to stop treating your endurance as a contract and start treating your grief as a necessity. Allow the version of him that you loved to actually die so that you can finally start living in a reality that doesn't require you to be a martyr for a memory.